Welcome to the Drama Dose, episode 7,
where we keep it real,
keep it spicy,
and keep it just dramatic enough to keep you coming back.
I'm Super Ashley.
I'm Queen Carlene. Let's go, girls.
Oh my God, dude.
I thought we were on episode 6.
No, we're on episode.
Why do I never know what episode it is?
You never even know what day it is, mama.
Literally, you guys, I am having an existential crisis.
You guys, we usually film on Tuesdays, and Carlene had to postpone it to today, and she tried to postpone it on me again, and I said, no, girl, like, there is no other day.
Ashley's literally like, I'm on my way.
Yeah, I had to give it to her. I literally had to be like, no, we're not changing it. Like, we're not changing. And then I had to I had to reel it in because I am on day 2 of my cycle, and I said, Ashley, be nicer.
No, she wasn't nice yesterday. You were... Literally, I was like...
No, it was 2 days ago. I wasn't nice.
Was that 2 days? Oh, I don't even know, you guys. She was like, I don't even remember what you were saying, but it was like, I was like, you, please, yeah, no. I need you to fill your Adderall prescription immediately.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But also you were like, I'm also PMSing.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, that's
the floodgates have opened.
I was like, well, thank God we're not filming today because that would have been a nightmare.
The floodgates have opened, and so is my empathy.
Literally.
I was not, no. If I got to tell you
you know what's funny? I know that
everybody in my family is afraid of me right now.
Yeah, you have to tell me in a second why, but like, I never not respond to your text. And that day I was like, let me set this phone down over here. I don't know what to do with this energy. I was like, this is too much right now. And I was also crashing out because you guys, my mom's dogs are with me.
We've got a full house today.
Literally a full house. You can see Gracie, Marlo is over here.
We still got Coco and Millie here.
Yep, they're chilling. But I'm watching my mom's dogs because I didn't want her to pay like $3,500 for boarding.
Yeah, she's gone for a long time.
Yeah, she's gone for a long time. She's visiting her friends on the West Coast and she's retired, living that life. And I was like, yeah, Mom, like I'll watch him. I don't know why I volunteered that. I should have just paid for it. I should have come up with the $3,500, girl.
Well, you did for all of these new...
At this point, I basically paid for it.
She bought dog gates and rug sprays and
out of control.
Dog collars.
They are not... So my mom's retired and they are not housebroken because she takes them out like every 2 hours.
Because she ain't... Yeah, because she can. She got the time.
Yeah, so she has the time. So she's like never housebroken them. I guess. I guess. I don't know. Like, she's like, oh, you just have to take them out often. I was like, if I left Millie and Coconut in the house for 7 hours, they would not pee.
Oh, yeah.
Except for maybe like on hour 8, they would like have an accident. Yeah. But like if I don't take these
small dogs, their pee is like a tablespoon.
Yes, exactly. If I don't take these dogs out every 2 hours, you guys,
floods.
Literally, I've washed the rug 3 times. This morning I was like, I'm throwing it away.
There's not even a rug in here. There's usually a rug in here.
No, it's right outside.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, I'm over it.
The rug has relocated to the freaking backyard.
Good news is that I'm testing out all of the pet cleaners for everybody out there.
So you're going to have a good full review for what's good, what's bad.
Yep. You can trust my Amazon storefront pet favorites. Hi, Coco. You want to come over?
Oh my God, that's funny.
Hi, baby. Anyway, okay, yeah. Why is your family afraid of you?
I turned into a bridezilla this past week, and it's not my fault. It's my hormones. Like,
honestly, no. I knew
PMS.
It was coming.
Honestly, no.
I knew it was coming.
I've been telling my body, like, please just unleash the beast, because it was like
what?
My period was just like in my body. And it was like if it was coming out through my mouth and like me cursing everybody out. This sounds so disgusting, but it's like
I'm literally picturing this like
the menstruation was like a verbal vomit. I was attacking everyone.
I will say I do notice more and more the older I get, the meaner I get right before my period. It's
usually like when I was younger, it was like the day before I would be like,
no, now it's like a week
or
right?
like emotional. It was either emotional or angry, but now it's like all the things. And it's like the PMS lasts longer than my period.
No, literally. I'm
PMSing for like a week and a half before. And then my period's like 3 days long.
I will literally come up with things to argue about. Like
100%.
Like, I don't even know.
100%.
Wait, but what did you do to your family?
Okay. So
I'm scared to ask, to be honest.
Okay. So, you know, my gunkle. Yes. My fabulous gay uncle, my fairy godfather.
Yes, he's fabulous.
My godfather and my uncle, my mom's oldest brother. Mm-hmm. His name is Angelo, and he went suit shopping this past week with my aunt, his sister.
Why is every single argument in your family
about what they're wearing?
Yes, in the last 6 months about what they're wearing to your wedding.
First of all, because they keep bothering me with it, and then I tell them, and then I tell them just choose it, but then I find out what they choose, and I'm like, why the would you ever choose that? That's the like,
exactly
and then I feel
you.
like I can't. Then I'm like, okay, no, I need to approve everything, because what in the hell are y'all choosing?
Yeah.
Okay, so first of all, you guys, we decided on a dress code for the wedding. We called it Baroque Noir. It's basically just dark, deep jewel berry tones.
I was going to say jewel tones.
It's like deeper jewel berry tones. No greens, no oranges, no yellows. And I'll tell you why. At first I didn't care. I was like, yeah, people can wear whatever they want as long as it's, black tie formal. Then I saw some pictures of my venue, like the overhead drone shots of like the whole crowd at a wedding. Mm-hmm. And I was like, if my pictures come out like this, I'm going to be furious, because it was like most people were in the colors I liked. And then there was like a few little pops of oranges and yellows. And I was like, they just up the pictures. Like,
what's funny is that I'm
never this anal about anything.
Okay, but I literally sent you pictures of like what I wanted to wear, and mine was orange and yellow.
Yeah, well, because listen, it's summertime in Italy.
Yeah, it's Italy.
And I get it. Wear it to the welcome party. That's all.
Yeah.
I'm not going to have overhead drone shots at the welcome party, so do it.
That's fair.
But for my wedding day, we decided all dark, like, burgundies, maroons, purples, blues, pinks, jewel tone pinks, and warm tone pinks.
Well, now I don't have to worry about it.
Oh yeah, you're right. No, I'm not telling you. I'm just.
I was I'm scared. She's looking.
You're like, thank God I'm a bridesmaid, because if I wore the wrong color.
No, literally. Thank God.
So anyway, my uncle and my aunt go, oh, they're making love over there. Millie's like, there's so many dogs here, or Coco's like, there's so many dogs here. I just need some mommy time.
Yes, mommy.
So they go shopping. My aunt sends me a picture and says, do you approve? And I say, absolutely not. That's hideous.
What is the picture?
Hold on, I'll show you the picture.
Oh my God.
It's a pink, but you guys, for whatever reason, warm tone pinks.
Don't look good on him?
I hate them. If you're going to show me a pink,
warm tone, like a magenta?
Like a coral, a salmon, like an orangey pink.
So basically you just don't want any orange. You don't want any sort of like reddish orange undertones is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I want red. But red,
oh my
not
God,
orange.
Guys, no wonder. No wonder why she's cussing everybody out.
There's a mood board on the website, but nobody wants to look at my wedding website that I spent hours making. Nobody wants to read anything. You know how many questions I got? When's the rehearsal dinner? And are we invited? There is no rehearsal dinner! How many times do I have to say it? There's no fucking rehearsal dinner. It's a welcome party only. And if you're invited to the wedding, you're invited to the welcome party.
Oh my God. You're giving me flashbacks.
Are you ready for the suit?
Yeah.
I'll include this on the screen for you guys to see.
I'm scared. Oh, he kind of looks fabulous though.
Okay. So,
but I don't like the black underneath. I wish it was white underneath, like a white underneath.
Okay. So here's the thing. If it was
wait, let me just say, it's giving Palm Springs, Vegas. It's not giving wedding in Italy.
And listen, my gunkle, I could never just tell him, oh, wear a classic black tuxedo.
No.
I know he's not gonna. But the problem with this, right? If it was just the hot pink suit, if I could count on him to just wear the hot pink suit with a nice shirt under, a nice pair of classic black tuxedo shoes, I'd be fine with it. But when it comes to my gunkle, he says, I've heard him say this out of his mouth, the only thing that separates us from the animals is our ability to accessorize. Yes.
Actually, it's true, because the first time I met him, he was so fabulous and he let me borrow his lip gloss. Yeah.
He said, accessorize your face.
Okay, so what do you think? He's going to want to bedazzle it?
I'm like, listen, you guys, I'm telling my mom and my aunt this, because I haven't spoken to him yet. I'm like, so I say no to this suit. He shows me another suit. I'm like, yeah, I like that much better. Okay. So then I go to my mom's house a couple hours later. Me, her, and Rebecca are sitting in her basement talking, having a drink. And she's like, yeah, so Angelo got the hot pink suit.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, the one I
specifically said don't buy.
Did not approve?
Yeah.
And she said, yeah, I told him I liked that one. So he got it. I said, you, the mother of the bride that didn't come up with the dress code I specifically came up with, you approved it, so it was me. So it was my opinion.
Oh my God.
The person that's paying for the whole thing.
Yeah, all hell broke loose is what you're telling me.
She's like, well, the other suit was like a baby pink.
Yeah, show me.
This was the other suit that I was like, yeah, I like this better.
Oh, I love that better. Yeah. Oh my God, and it has the detail.
Yes. So my mom is wearing a similar pink to this.
That's so cute.
And so my mom was like, well, I wanted to get that suit for Jimmy, my stepdad. So I told him not to get it because that suit matches my dress better. So I want Jimmy to wear that.
No.
And I said, first of all, Jimmy,
I love how your mom is going to be listening to this too.
I said, first of all, Jimmy is walking me down the aisle with my brother. You didn't even ask me what I want him to wear.
Okay, so this is, you know what? This is actually a good point. If you guys are planning a wedding, because I
just pick everybody's outfit.
I was literally getting major anxiety about this too. And I actually worked with Birdie Gray. Bless their like
We're working with the Zazie. We're working with the Zazie for the bridesmaid dresses.
They're not harassing me for the content that was like 9 months ago, but whatever. Anyway, they were so kind enough to give also not just my bridesmaids and then the tuxes and the groomsmen or whatever, not tuxes, but for the like lapel, what are they, the like little
the handkerchief the
handkerchiefs and all of that. So they provided all of that, but then I also pocket square, yes. I asked them if they could also do my mom, my mother-in-law, and then my sister-in-law.
I offered that
and all of that.
I offered that, but my mom
all wore. I told them they all had to wear the same color, which is sage green, so that I just knew. And I also like the idea because then everybody can identify who the family is.
Yeah,
like on the day.
Yeah. So that was an option, but my mom is too picky and didn't like any of the dresses.
How do you not like all the dresses? There was hundreds of dresses.
She's getting a custom dress made. So it's not just a Zazie. She doesn't like anybody dresses.
I know I literally said this last episode, but I've never heard of so many people making custom things ever in my entire life. I didn't even realize that so many people did this.
Welcome to my family.
I literally was
if you wondered why I'm so fabulous, it's literally in my blood.
I know
But I'm a little less high maintenance about it.
And that's saying something, because that's not true.
But guess what? But guess what? Meech is getting everything custom too. So apparently I'm marrying somebody that fits right in.
You guys, I'm actually like...
Okay, can I finish my story?
Sorry.
Okay, so I was like, no, I want Jimmy to wear a classic black tuxedo because all of the groomsmen are wearing just a classic black tuxedo.
Plus, he's walking down the aisle.
Like, yeah. So she was like, oh, well, I didn't know that. And I'm like, but why are you stealing the suit that I approved for Angelo for Jimmy? Like, nobody asked me. Why would you ask me my opinion if it was my opinion in the end? Like, why would you ask me?
To your wedding.
If you didn't care about my opinion, you should have never asked me, because now I'm stressing about it. And I could have just showed up and you were all wearing what you were wearing.
Yeah.
And so then, the Bridezilla came out and I was like, listen, if I could guarantee that he was just going to wear this hot pink suit, everything else was going to be, let the suit speak for itself. That's the star of the show. I'd be fine with it. But it's going to be bangles and a cubic zirconia choker and hoop earrings and a fedora fucking hat and a feather purse and bedazzled shoes.
No,
it's going to be the whole nine.
I'm so excited.
And he's going to look insane. Like, if you put all of those accessories on a nice classic black suit, do it up. But on a hot pink suit, you literally look like you stepped out of somebody's like thrift store.
Yeah.
Like, hello.
There was a sale.
Big summer blowout.
I was gonna say 50% off Green Day on
So then he goes
Goodwill.
And cancels the suit.
Okay.
And then
does he order the other suit?
He's about to. Then I'm like, babe, I call Meech in. Me and Rebecca are already giggling about it because it's like 24 hours of madness about this fucking suit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, babe, we can finally tell you about the suit debacle with Angelo now that we've taken care of it. And he's like, what? And he's like, show him the suit.
Do not tell me that he likes the first suit better.
I show him. I'm like, he wanted to buy this hot pink suit. And he goes, yeah, that's fire.
I can't.
And I explained to him that, babe. And then I show him the other one, that light pink one. And he's like, I hate that. That's tacky.
What? Okay, so then Angelo reordered the hot pink suit.
So then I'm like, okay, but like, him. He's going to wear this, and that, a million accessories. It's going to look crazy. And he's like, no, you need to tell him. And then he's like, well,
tell
why?
Him not to accessorize as much.
So then he's like, well, why is everybody telling him? Why don't you just call him and talk to him? I'm like, wow, what a genius.
Yeah, why didn't you? Wait, why didn't
God
you?
I'm marrying this.
Why didn't you do
genius.
that?
So
wait, what the hell?
So then I did.
Yeah.
And I called him and I said, listen, you can get the hot pink suit, but I need you to guarantee me that you're only going to wear, I like the black
maximum
under.
3 accessories.
I like the black under. I think it would look really good with just a black shirt under and black shoes. So
maybe I need to see the full vision.
Yeah. He's going to look great.
Okay.
Now that I've taken control.
Okay.
So I'm like, you can get the suit, but I need you to guarantee me you're going to do a black shirt. He said he wants to do a brooch instead of a bow tie, which I said, okay, you're going to have to send me pictures of what you find and I'm going to have to approve it. And I was like, and black shoes. And he's like, oh, well, then he's going through. He's like, okay, well, I already have a black shirt from Bianca's wedding. And I got these new black shoes. And I was like, wait a second. What black shoes are you talking about? Because my mom and my aunt told me that you just bought this pair of all studded, silver gunmetal studded black shoes. You're not talking about those brand new shoes, are you? He goes, oh, yeah, my new black shoes. I said, no. You see, Angela, this is why I can't trust you.
Oh, my God.
This is why I can't trust you.
No.
Because I told you black shoes and you thought fully decked out. No, like the whole shoe is studded.
Sequin studded.
No, studded like
like
you know those
Hot
Christian
Topic?
Louboutin, like studs.
like
punk
metal
rock
studs?
Yeah.
No.
And I said, you see what I mean? You see why I can't trust you? I need classic black tuxedo shoes. He goes, oh, I hate those. And I'm like, okay,
it's not your
I said, it's not
wedding.
About you. I said, if you don't do it, I'm cutting you out of all the family pictures.
Yeah. But also
that was the bridezilla talking.
Here's the thing.
No, I told my mom, my aunt, before I talked to him, I said, if he wears that suit, I'm either cutting him out of all the family pictures, or I'm asking the photographer to edit all of them so that it's a different color.
Okay, this actually makes me feel better because I really didn't have many like issues when it comes to like this kind of situation. Mm-hmm. Everybody just chose their dress. It was fine, but I think I'm very intimidating. So
she's got something to say about
yeah, what are you going through, Coconut?
So yeah, he had a pair of classic black tuxedo shoes already. So
okay, so money. So problem solved.
And
what is
when
the issue?
he called the lady back at the suit place, and she said that she actually couldn't even cancel the hot pink suit because they were already making it. So everything worked out.
How quickly did they start making it?
He ordered it on like Monday, and it was done by it was already in production.
Oh, perfect.
By Friday.
Okay,
anyway.
Perfect.
So yeah, but everybody in my family's afraid of me.
I was just going to say, so I feel like I didn't have as many of these issues because I feel like everybody's very intimidated by me. So
yeah, they're already afraid of you.
Yeah, so they're already afraid of me. So they just listen.
Oh yeah, apparently I'm the bully in my family to begin with.
But you know what?
I got that rep.
Okay, but I feel like we have to be a little.
I have to. Nobody else will ever make a decision if I'm not.
That, but also, like, there's a reason why entrepreneurs are the way that they are. We have to go after it.
We have to take charge.
Yeah, exactly. So
anyway, so that's.
Oh my god, what a mess.
Yeah. Also, all the bridesmaids' dresses were too short.
Oh yeah, so you guys, we already updated you. I'm a bridesmaid, and apparently mine's going to be the only one that's too long. Long
okay.
Enough.
So Jacqueline, my friend that's my bridesmaid that's pregnant, Jacqueline's dress was fine because she lied about her height. Because the instructions said
so weird.
The instructions said to do the measurements with no shoes on, and literally all of them were like, "Shouldn't I put on a heel?" And I was like, "No, it says to do it," and they all came too short. So.
But like that's the weirdest part to me is that you want to.
I thought it meant that they would leave some extra length.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
But anyway, Azazi's amazing, and they're going to redo all the dresses in time, so it's fine.
I hope that you guys have gained 10 pounds in 6 weeks. I'm off my GLP-1, but bless, I just got approved for getting on Zepbound. So
okay, so you'll get a couple weeks of shots in, and you'll be good.
Hopefully, I'm over here like.
But honestly, no, I feel like with you, because you actually are insulin resistant. Like once you start taking it, it's like.
Oh yeah,
it's all just like bloat.
Exactly.
Right?
No, literally. I just feel like I feel puffy.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys, yeah.
You look great, but
thank
I know
you.
Like the feeling.
Yeah, I just feel puffy. And because I'm not diabetic, it's so crazy.
Yeah, they've really
because I'm not diabetic, they won't cover it, but they've been covering it for years. You guys, because my whole entire family
because everybody wants it now. So they're
but my whole family is diabetic. Like my family,
you have a family history.
Yeah. And like I was pre-diabetic when I got prescribed it. And it literally does regulate my blood sugar and I'm insulin resistant. So I'm not just
So you actually do need it.
Like I actually need it. And like if anything, the last 6 weeks is proof that I do need it because I'm like literally eating less, eating healthier, working out more, and I'm still gaining weight.
Okay, hear me out. Do you think that like it has something to do with your mental health too?
Ooh, yeah. Actually, that would correlate. I feel like.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Spiraling a little bit more.
More often than usual.
The world is in shambles, but
more often than usual. But no, anytime you get off of a medication and then like obviously like it's gonna affect it. But anyway, especially
when it has to do with like digestion, like that does fuck with your hormones.
Yeah, I'm really hoping that I am.
Fuck with your mental, so.
I'm able to get back on that so that I can. Not only feel good at your wedding, but like also look good because your girls look a little poofy. I know, but I
feel good more than anything.
I filmed that the swimsuit haul. Yeah, and I
gotta post mine today.
It's a little poofy.
Yeah,
it's
okay.
I don't want to go back under the knife. It's a lot of work to go through.
Yeah, you're like, damn, I got these 2 BBLs and now I'm puffy again. Like shit, I'm trying to show off all the that I did.
And I'm just like a little puff muffin, and I'm just it's a lot. It's a lot.
Anyway, are we ready to jump in today?
CNN. Okay, so I'm going to keep it semi-short and sweet.
Wait, we didn't even talk. You guys, this is the season finale.
Oh my God, yes.
Season finale. So let's give you a little rundown of what's
okay. A little bit of housekeeping, you guys. Yeah. So we just talked about it. And it's no secret that like we haven't been as active on the Drama Dose social.
Yeah.
We were like so into it.
It's a lot, you guys. It's like another full-time job.
So
even
much
doing
work.
It bi-weekly.
And not me being a psycho and having Queen Carlene home, which I also kind of, yeah, that's the whole thing.
But this was definitely a learning experience and we've had so much fun doing it.
We are regrouping this summer.
Yes. So we will be back in the fall. We're not sure of the exact date. We're going to sit down and think about that and plan it so that we're really like on top of things.
Initially, we were going to do like, we were going to come back right after your wedding and kind of recap that and everything.
Don't worry. Maybe we'll just do like a midsummer drop of like a wedding recap episode.
We don't even have to necessarily just do we could always just do like, I still think we should do a video in the pool
or something. Oh yeah,
we need to do a super scoop like in the pool.
Yeah, we have a YouTube channel, so make sure you're just following us on all of the Drama Dose socials, and you might get some surprise content.
Yeah, and I think that I like that idea because then it's not like restricted. But officially, we will be back in the fall for season 2.
Yes,
we will have finished our rebrand, so we're working with our what is Coconut doing?
I don't know. She's very needy today, but
she really is. There she is. Okay. We will have our refreshed like rebrand. Honestly, it'll probably be just like a more elevated version of what we have now that we're working with a graphic designer for.
A website.
We'll have a website. We will have a new photo shoot. Ashley will be married. We'll
have my
hopefully I don't have my ring either. Hopefully my mental health will be better and I'll stop crashing out every other week. God bless. Let's hope and pray. And then and then we'll just kind of come back in the fall. Honestly, the fall is my favorite time of the year.
Yeah.
Oh my God, cozy vibes on the couch. I'm
Love
so
it.
Excited.
What?
Lonnie knew Witch's Brew will be back.
We're coming back when Witch's Brew comes back.
It's a sign. Okay, Alani knew. We're gonna reach out because we need to coordinate that. But anyway,
change the whole set to be purple and green.
Literally just for Witch's Brew release. Honestly, we would do that.
Oh my God.
But yeah, so basically we were going to come right back in, but we just want to make sure this is honestly,
we're doing it right.
Yeah, this is like fun for me, but also I feel like this is like long term. I don't want to say more sustainable, but at the same time, like this is doable and it's such a creative outlet from what we do normally.
Yeah.
Like
sometimes
totally
a girl
different.
just wants to yap.
I just want to yap. And we already do.
And
anyway,
I'm such, obviously, as you guys have learned,
the collaboration aspect is nice too.
Yeah. Yeah. It is a lot of fun to like work with other people for once. Yeah. And also like I love talking about pop culture and like just like stuff that's happening other than just fashion and beauty and stuff. So it's so much fun.
I will say I also like started listening to other podcasts and like the one that I watch a lot, Do We Know Them?
Yeah.
That episode that I sent you the other day, so they're like, you guys could go back. They're on like episode like 200. They come out with like multiple 2 per week, which is crazy. But that's like all they do. Yeah, that's like all they do. They were like YouTubers and now they're podcasters. So like I get it. Yeah, I love that. But what I will say is that they're like, go back and listen to episode. But what I will say is that they basically said like they didn't feel like they got their bearings and in order until episode 100. They're like, don't go back before episode 100. It's terrible. And I was like, actually, it makes me feel better because like, we're on episode 7.
And we definitely we don't have it all together, but we've gotten a lot better. We've definitely got a good flow of things.
Yeah, I agree.
Like today, we only have a couple hours to record and we know we're going to get it done.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Whereas like sometimes we've been here for like 7-8 hours and been like,
oh my God, that was crazy.
How are we still not finished?
That was so crazy.
Yeah. Are we at 20?
But anyway, so yeah, we'll be back in the fall.
Yeah.
This is kind of like our pilot season.
We haven't decided yet, but maybe with some new exciting updates, but we'll see.
Yeah.
So we're going to take the summer off. We'll still be on social. So make sure you guys follow us everywhere else.
If anything, we'll be on socials more.
Because we're not focusing on recording the podcast.
Yeah, there's that. But also like, it's not like we're not
and this is going to be
out.
And this is going to be such an exciting summer.
Oh, I know.
It's going to be our first summer as Jersey Housewives together.
I was like, why is it going to be exciting? Did you see me? I was like, but why?
Because it's our first Jersey Housewives summer.
So we'll be on socials. Anyway, all that to say, this is our final podcast episode of the season 1.
Yay! Woo! Okay, but let's get into CNN. Let's go. What do you got?
Okay, so I don't really have a ton of news because, the world's on fire, right? So that sounds terrible, but it is. Okay, so I don't have like a ton of things that like jump out at me that aren't super political, that aren't super tragic and sad, et cetera, et cetera. However, this one kind of jumped out at me and I was just like, Are we really doing this now? Like, is this where we're going with this? Okay. You kind of should be. I'm not going to lie. And honestly, you guys, we might rework the flow of the podcast too. Like, I kind of low key want to start with SUPERSCOOP next season.
So it's a little more lighthearted.
Yeah, because I feel like I cannot find good, like, happy news. I mean, every once in a while I can, but you guys ignore Coconut in the background if you're watching. I don't know what she's
trying to be. She's got main character energy today.
Okay, here is the headline. Are you ready for this?
Let's go. Let's hit it.
You guys, this is an NBC News article. So just to legitimize my CNN, I'm reading from news articles as well, you guys, because I don't want to just like say misinformation constantly.
That's me. That's what I do.
This is a good time to remind you. Do your Googles. Do your Googles.
Don't hold us liable for anything we say in this podcast. We are just yapping.
What we think, what we do.
Fact check us. Do your Googles.
Yeah, fact check us. Let us know if we got it wrong.
Don't believe us. Make sure we're right.
No, yeah, we might be making this whole thing up.
Yeah.
We more than likely are.
We're trying not to, but we...
Every once in a while.
Yeah, we just be... not fabricating. We just be...
Off the cuff.
Yeah, off the cuff.
Just saying what's on the top of our...
Elaborating.
Just make it...
We're dramatizing.
It's the drama dose. It's the drama dose. So, just do your Googles.
Just drama dosing.
Ooh, I like that. We're just drama dosing. We're just drama dosing, but do your due diligence and Google. Okay, but I will go ahead and link the news article in the description box on YouTube.
Hit me with it. I'm anxiously waiting. Let's go.
I'm just like kind of nervous how you're going to respond.
Oh, God.
Okay. So this is the headline. The attorneys dispute Trump's official claim that deported moms willingly took their U.S. citizen children. Have you heard about this now?
What?
Okay. So one mother who was about to be deported was allowed less than 2 minutes on the phone with her husband to figure out what would become of their 2-year-old U.S. citizen child.
What?
So basically, I think this is only one of 2 cases at this point. There's like multiple cases, but they have now deported a mom who is not technically a U.S. citizen, right? Or like not legally here in the United States, I think, is the situation. But her child is a U.S.
Because the child was born here.
Yeah. So birthright citizenship, right? So typically what happens is like, the person's getting deported can like basically say like, hey, I want my child to stay in the U.S. or whatever.
Or I want to bring my child with it.
Okay. Apparently, she was only allowed 2 minutes to do that, to decide that. And unfortunately, all of her children, I think there was 2 of them, were taken with her. So another mother, so this is a separate mother, another mother wasn't allowed to speak with attorneys or family members before she was deported, accompanied by her U.S. born children, even though Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, knew one of them had stage 4 cancer.
The child? What?
I knew you were gonna fucking lose it.
And the child went with her when she was deported?
The Trump administration forced the child, or ICE, I guess, allegedly. We don't want to say the Trump administration, but allegedly, yeah, they basically forced the child to go with the mom outside.
To what country?
Attorneys for the mothers and their children who were sent to Honduras are blasting Trump administration officials, saying that the deportations of 3 U.S. citizen children over the weekend, including the 4-year-old boy who left without access to his cancer medicines, are illegal. They're pushing back against statements saying that the families chose for the children to go with their mother. On Monday, the Trump administration border czar, have you heard this guy? He's such a douchebag.
The word czar is like...
I'm like, first of all...
I don't even know what you're...
We are not Russia. Why are we pretending... Like, border czar... I'm going to show you a picture of this guy.
Like, they're just pulling shit out of their ass.
we're going to insert a picture of this guy. This guy literally just looks like a... He looks like that guy at Walmart that, like, he just... Oh, my God.
Just show me. What does he look like?
Zoom in on Ashley's face, please.
No, he looks like the kind of guy that like tries to hit on you at the bar, and then the moment you say anything like somehow he looked at us too and thought that we were going to be Republican conservatives.
Yes.
And the moment I said anything about hating Trump, he got that face and pointed at us and yelled at us.
Or no, he also looks like one of those guys that would be like, well, I think you're ugly anyway.
100%.
Why are you talking? 100%. Why are you hitting on me then?
You came over here.
Yeah. Nobody's trying to hit on you, boo-boo. So anyway, that's the borders are whatever it's a made up position, by the way.
Aren't they all?
Yeah, literally.
Like we haven't, they're deporting all these poor innocent people when we literally have an immigrant running the entire economy.
It's crazy.
And blowing up rockets every other fucking week.
Like, go back to South Africa. Okay.
Like, are we kidding?
But anyway, so basically the attorneys are obviously pushing back because, hello, what the hell?
This poor child, like
it literally, I was like, okay,
I guarantee you, if God forbid,
Mhm.
this child dies, like without his medication,
yeah, right?
this is going all the way to the Supreme Court.
No, but they're trying to get everything going to.
But
Supreme Court.
listen to me. Speaking of the Supreme Court,
The Supreme Court is honestly, they're kind of like over it too.
because first of all,
They're over Trump's BS.
I know
they like gave him too much power, and then now they're like trying to
make this podcast.
I know,
but this really isn't even about politics anymore.
It's not about politics,
right?
It really is.
All you dumb Trump that are like pro-life, stop killing the babies, stop sex trafficking our children. They literally took this child and put him on an island in Honduras. They put him in Honduras
with
for what?
No medication.
With no medication. They don't give a f*** about children. They don't give a f*** about children. Hear me when I say it. They don't give a f*** about children.
Because they do.
If they're white.
Yeah, I was going to say
if they're
don't
white
care about
children.
any other child other than white children. And if you're listening, you guys, like, just keep in mind, like, I'm half black. Like, my dad was Jamaican, right? And my dad's dead, so I can say this. He illegally married somebody, and like they had to like fake it to get a green card and everything like that.
Your mom?
No, he didn't. He married somebody else.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like Jamaicans are not allowed to come into the United States because they won't ever leave because their country is so up from.
I mean, but also
so many different
isn't
things.
Jamaica under not anymore, but like that was an English colony.
It was an English colony, yes, but the IMF and the World Bank had like really up their whole entire economy on their own. But like that's so. But what I'm trying to say is that so many countries, specifically Latin American countries.
I'm not even talking about immigration,
but like everybody's like, oh, seek asylum. A lot of them are really truly seeking asylum.
Yeah.
Hello.
But also, like, are we just gonna neglect the fact that like our entire country is built on immigration?
Okay, so I always say this too. So there's this movie that I watched like years ago, probably like 15 years ago, and it's called A Day Without a Mexican. And
is that a real movie?
It's a real movie. It's like so corny if you like looking back on it. But like I always
that title would not fly now.
Oh, it would so not fly. However, I think it's a very good analogy of exactly what would happen because this is the same argument.
Because same that are like, oh, they're stealing our jobs. You were never going to do those jobs.
You're never going to do
because
that. Are you going to pick all oranges in Florida? Did you ever
even apply to those jobs that you claim they're stealing?
Well, what's funny is that there's a lot of like, there's a lot of labor shortage right now for citrus and all these jobs. Okay, but here's the thing: The Day Without a Mexican is basically it's about like this like haze that came over. If I'm remembering it right. Day Without a Mexican is like this haze that came over California and it took away all of the immigrants. So like
it's a fiction movie?
It's a fiction movie.
Oh, okay.
So I remember one of the scenes, I don't know why I remember the scene specifically, but like it was like somebody mowing the lawn and all of a sudden poof, they were gone. And it was like basically that. It was very much that.
All the jobs.
And so it was like A Day Without a Mexican. And so it was showing how basically the whole entire economy shut down in California. And the people that were criticizing
realized that they're necessary for our society.
Correct. Yes.
They are an imperative, hard-working part of our society. And that's the whole country.
So
and it's not just Mexico. It's all immigrants.
You know what? I just thought about this, like taking it another layer. I love how we're getting so deep on this final episode. But taking it to another layer.
We've got a whole summer.
I know. If we get canceled for this.
We've got a whole summer to come back.
Yeah, exactly. We got a while to like bounce back.
But at this point, I feel like the whole country is feeling it with the tariffs.
It's a lot.
With the immigration.
Everybody knows
with
somebody
the labor
that's affected.
Shortages. With
everybody.
With inflation. It's like.
Everybody knows somebody that's affected. So, but this is
also
the crazy part. No, go ahead. Ashley speaking.
I'm so sorry.
No, go.
It's just like he's doing everything he said he was going to. So
literally.
if you're one of those people that voted for him and you were like, oh no, he would never do that.
Why didn't you
under
what impression?
He said,
he said that he was going to do this whole time.
Like, why would you vote for somebody that you thought was lying? First of all, if you didn't believe he was going to do these things, because he's doing everything he told you he was going to do.
I don't get it.
Yeah,
I don't get it.
Use your brains.
Do your Googles and use your brains. There's actually a Google Scholar for anybody wondering and wants actually first primary resource information. You can also use Google Scholar. Okay.
I used to use that in like writing papers
back in the day. Yeah, back before they were written by ChatGPT. Yeah, but you guys, so they're taking it back though, like literally taking it back like centuries. Hello, this whole entire country was built on slaves. Like, let's not forget.
Yeah.
Okay. So realistically, it's like the new, this is going to be very controversial, but like, if we think about it, like immigrants are they just replaced what slavery was in a way.
It's
like, hello,
it's a slavery loophole.
Yeah,
so is the prison system.
Yes, exactly. So like at the end of the day,
for anybody that's out there like racism isn't real or trying to talk about reverse racism, no, absolutely the fuck not. Racism is indoctrinated in this country's history.
Yep.
Like it's
a part of the history.
Yeah.
And it is very shameful, but at the same time, like I don't know a single country that doesn't have shame associated with its history. Hello, Rome. Yeah. Like Caesar. Egypt. We can keep going. Like literally every single country out there.
The Holocaust.
Germany. Yeah, like literally like every single country has its thing and it is what it is. But like for people to just pretend like it's not happening and that pretend like it's not indoctrinated
I just
into
had like
the very
a list
being.
of a bunch of other things that I could name and I was like, oh, all of those were America. I was like, Hiroshima. Oh, that was America. Yeah, no. Puerto Rico. Oh, America.
Like literally, it's just like so crazy. And I'm just like, why are we going to sit here and pretend like it's not happening? And it's happening right in front of our eyes. And I guess for me, like, I don't know if it's because I moved from Seattle to New Jersey. New Jersey is very much so much more diverse than Seattle. Mm-hmm. And I live very close to a like very like heavily Latin pop like area around here, which mm-hmm. I love. I love it. And I don't know if it's just because like I'm more comfortable with it or not, but I'm just like, if you're not comfortable with it, that's a you problem. You know what I mean? Like
that's racism.
Exactly. It is racism. But at the same time,
let's stop putting other words on it. It's prejudice and it's racism.
It's prejudice. But what I'm saying is that those people really need to address that issue within themselves. Why do you feel that way? Is it because you saw your grandpa doing something back in the day? Is it because you grew up a certain way? Is it because
even you had one experience with one person that happened to be a person of color? Guess what? The majority of my negative experiences as a human on this earth have been with white people, but that's because they are the majority.
I don't know if they are anymore.
Well, I don't hate all white people because I've only had negative experience. I've had negative experiences with probably every race at this point.
That's what I'm saying.
But I've also had positive experiences with every race at this point.
At the end of the day, there's bad people and good people. And guess what? Being a certain ethnicity or race is not going to change being a bad or good person.
Yeah.
At the end of the day. Okay, but going back to the story, basically, in an interview, Mitch Gonzalez, the attorney for the mother deported with her 2-year-old child, said that the woman was told to take her children to an immigration check-in. So when you're basically doing an immigration check-in, and she did the right thing.
She was doing her due diligence, doing things the right way.
And apparently was moved up from the original date. And during this time, is when ICE denied anybody the ability to know where the family was, denied everybody the ability to contact with them and communicate with them. And she said the child's father barely had any opportunity to speak with the mother about what was best for the child before an ICE officer hung up the phone as he tried to give her the number for an attorney. ICE has provided a 1-page note that it says was written by the mother, who is pregnant, by the way, and shows she gave consent for the 2-year-old to be deported.
But this motherfucker wants to put out a whole speech about how there's a baby shortage in this country. You just deported a woman that was going to have a baby in this country. So do you really
again, it goes back to the fact that they don't want
they want white babies. They want to be the majority again.
But if you're white, you probably have a little higher education because indoctrination and more resources, and you realize that you don't want to bring children to this world.
And also just more privilege.
Yeah, literally. So you realize, but with that, you're like, wait a second, I don't want to bring 6 children into this. Yeah, I was going to actually bring that up. Did you hear about, so they want to do like a $5,000 credit for that, but then they also, if you have more than 6 children, you get a medal, an award. I'm dead serious. They said an award. Wait, let me find it. Can
I sell that medal for money for diapers? Like, what the is a medal going to give me?
Wait.
A medal, like a badge of honor. Each day that passes is more and more like The Handmaid's Tale, and I'm scared. Don't until all of this is behind us.
Okay, so I was wondering if you knew about that too. So they have a $5,000 credit baby bonus to incentivize the children to have more public, but then we're taking away.
So to have children, for the children to have more. You mean the public to have more children?
Yes.
Oh, I was like, my brain did not compute that.
So 5,000. So he thinks it's a good idea. American women having children get $5,000.
If there's a check to be had, I'll gladly cash it. But that's crazy, actually.
Yeah, I just
where's
think
all this money coming from?
That's
Trump?
what I'm saying.
Can't we just maybe?
I thought we were doing cuts.
Maybe maybe take those $5,000 and put it into the children's healthcare or
I don't know,
the foster system,
or not
or
deporting people that are pregnant with 2-year-olds and 4-year-olds that need
where's all this money for
cancer.
Flights to Honduras coming from?
I mean, it's a whole thing. So anyway, that is my
CNN. Seems as if we could allocate that a little better.
I knew you were going to be mad about it. I knew you were going to be, so I was like hesitant to bring it up. But that's like the only story that really like stood out to me. And I'm just
what about, okay.
It's so frustrating.
I'm going to chime in for CNN a little bit.
Okay.
The tariffs and Amazon.
But we just talked about tariffs, so I didn't want to like re-bring it up.
Yeah. So,
but yes, okay.
The White House is pissed.
Okay, so yeah, we can touch on that. So yesterday, actually, that was yesterday. Amazon, I think Amazon came out. It was like rumblings, that basically they were going to, when you were checking out, let you know like a breakdown. You could see like your breakdown, like promo code or coupon, whatever. They were going to let you know how much the tariffs were going to be.
Separate from tax.
And the White House flipped out, lost their mind. Trump personally called Jeff Bezos, and Jeff Bezos handled it, caved immediately. But and Amazon walked it back. Apparently, allegedly, Amazon. Have you seen the new Amazon haul?
Yeah,
It like the ghetto Temu.
Super cheap.
Yeah, it's basically their version of Temu,
yeah,
which I also hate. So I'm like, I'm never going to use this.
No.
I ordered something. It took 6 weeks to get here.
It's never going to come now.
Yeah, now for sure it's not coming. But anyway, apparently they were toying around with the idea of doing it on Amazon Haul, allegedly.
Mm-hmm.
And that was their explanation, but they decided not to. So it was like basically an internal memo, I'm sure, that was like going back and forth, like an idea around like a table, and somebody said something to the administration and they lost it. But okay, but here's the thing. Why are we freaking out?
But also, why
if
would
it's not taxed to the people? Why are we freaking out?
Why aren't you being fully transparent if it's supposed to help us?
Yeah. I don't know. It all just doesn't make sense. Okay.
But I'll say on my end, I do a lot of TikTok shop, and literally dresses that I was selling tons of because they were like under $20. Mm-hmm. Now I'm getting all these comments on these videos like, why is this dress all of a sudden $82? All the tariffs.
You could say,
and I feel like an asshole because in the video I'm like, the price is so great.
Because you made it like 6 weeks ago.
Yeah, or even 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, literally. And shit's about to hit the fan this week. They're basically saying it's going to be basically pandemic level shortages of stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't know about you, but
honestly, you guys,
I stocked up on toilet paper already. You know what? Actually, I got a second bidet. I love a bidet. Okay,
random.
I'm just saying.
He said, "I got a second bidet and
get it before
toilet paper.
Get it before. Get it before the tariffs kick in, and the bidet is $100 right now. It's only $50.
Are we getting toilet paper from China too?
I don't, girl.
I don't know.
Everything comes from China. At this point, our air that we breathe is probably from China.
Yeah.
Okay, like
no, literally, that's how COVID got here. Shit.
Yeah, but no, that's a good point. I'm glad that you brought that up because that was crazy. And now everybody's like, boycott Amazon. I was like, you guys have been saying this. Again, we are also part of the problem. I acknowledge that I am part of the problem.
But it's like they can't.
But I can only do so much.
But the reason that people rely on an Amazon, a Target, a Walmart is because everything else is too. They make us reliant on it because everything else is too expensive, and we're not making the average American is not making enough money to shop locally and support their local business, small businesses.
Like influencers is to give our audience what they want, and a lot of them do want affordable finds. You know,
hello.
So it's something that I struggle with.
As easy as it is to say, just shop local, shop small business. It's hard, but
especially if you're plus size.
If you're plus size, if you like cute shit.
Yeah, like literally. I mean,
like it's hard. Sustainable is hard.
It's very hard, and I'm just like I think about this quite often because a lot of if you go into my YouTube history, a lot of it is anti-consumerism videos, which is really ironic because I'm literally
such a big consumer.
Such a big consumer.
You are the consumer of all consumers.
I am literally the epitome of a consumer.
Yes.
Okay. However, I think about it a lot because I think that I'm like, how did we get here like this as a society? And obviously with
they made us reliant on all of this
and the globalization over the last 20 years has really impacted this. Yeah. And I just think that a lot of people
this idea, this scarcity mindset.
Yes. But I just think that a lot of these people think that tariffs are going to fix it. It's too far gone. We're in late stage capitalism.
My prediction is that these tariffs are done and over with in 2 months.
You think?
It was a bad plan, my guy. It was a bad plan.
Literally everybody thinks it's a bad plan. Wall Street Journal,
it's a horrible
every
plan.
economist out there.
Like, he's a horrible president. It's a horrible plan. I saw this thing earlier. Was it you that sent it to me?
Probably.
About this is the least successful presidency the first 100 days.
No, but that's true.
Yeah.
I didn't send that. I've been crashing out over these dogs.
Yeah, apparently there was an article that said this is the least successful first 100 days of presidency ever, and that includes a president that died on his 32nd day of being president. So
oh my God.
Yeah, still less successful than the guy that died a month
sad.
in.
I have also heard that the even like Fox ratings, he's getting mad about Fox ratings. But hello, like, people cannot lie.
Instead of getting mad, just do better.
Yeah.
Like you want to talk about a woman can't be in office because they're too emotional. Stop being so fucking emotional and do your job.
Yeah.
All of you.
Literally.
Because all you've been doing for the past 100 days is throwing hissy fits and getting into fights with other people.
When the stock market's up, it's his stock market. When it's down, it's Biden's stock market. I'm like, you love Biden. Biden.
Like, you want, like, everybody wants to talk about, oh my God, like all the Trumpers, Biden lost, get over it. Can your president get over it?
Yeah, like, we're not even ones talking.
I haven't talked about Biden at all.
I haven't talked about Biden since he got
reelected. He existed.
Or not even reelected, elected
He wasn't the best president either, but
no, he's in his Delaware mansion somewhere relaxing.
Retired.
I would be like, I want no part of this.
Hell no.
Anyway, sorry to get so political, you guys, but like, honestly, it had to be said. Let us know in the comments if you guys like us getting political or not. I mean, we can just continue with our crazy ass opinions, but.
And even though we say do your Googles, we are educated women.
We are educated.
We're not dumbasses.
Believe it or not.
Yeah.
I will say too, I also think this is a different phenomenon. Every single podcast that I listen to, they're also all liberal too. Like, do we know them? The Jesse
I think
Smiles.
we're just
Kendall Ray.
We're not listening to those podcasts.
Kendall Ray. But I'm just saying, like, they're everybody, like, when they talk about like current events, it's very impossible.
That's the only thing currently. That's our whole lives. Like, that's the only thing happening.
Anyway,
I would actually love for there to be some news that wasn't political.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
I would actually love to avoid it, but it's impossible because the world is in shambles and it's our president's fault.
Anyway, that's our CNN.
CNN. Okay.
Time for the Super Scoop. The Super Scoop. Ashley's not on beat.
Oh, wow.
You're not on beat.
I didn't know what the beat was.
Okay. Super Scoop.
Ooh. Okay, vocals.
Yes, a Super Scoop.
Ooh, do we finally get it on our last episode?
I don't like that one either.
That was my favorite.
Okay, but I don't like it.
Okay, vocals. Okay,
next.
harmony.
Okay, yeah, next.
Okay.
Wait, now that we have the summer, we can actually like come up with a.
Not us getting in the studio like Alabama Parker.
Alabama Parker. Okay, anyway.
I forgot my Super Scoop she does.
I'm like, what's your Super Scoop, girl?
Oh, okay.
All eyes on you.
Have you seen the girl doing the caveman method skincare girl?
Okay, so you posted something about
my video went viral.
I was gonna say I saw your video go viral yesterday.
I saw this for the first time yesterday, and honestly, I was like, that doesn't make any sense in my brain, but I will say a prayer for you and your skin, girly pop, because this does not look like a fun time. But I just was presented with the theory that it's actually just bentonite clay and foundation, and so it's rage bait, like her face isn't actually doing this. And so it made me take a second look. And now I know it's rage bait. You want to know why? Because honestly, any breakout I've ever had or any skin issue I've ever had, and I've been dealing with perioral dermatitis for like the past year now, anytime I get a breakout, where is it? All the parts of her face, around the mouth, around the nose, even right here, all the parts of her face that look clear. So that tells me you should have put some bentonite clay over here, girl. If you really wanted to convince us, you should have put it around your mouth, because any girl knows that is the first place we break out, no matter what.
So there's this girl on the internet, and we're trying to figure out, is it rage bait or is it real? She basically says that she's doing the caveman method skincare, which I have seen before, and
What the hell is the caveman method skincare?
Basically, you do nothing. You don't do anything to your skin.
People that can get away with that is men.
Yeah.
After the age of 23.
But I will say, even that is kind of proving that this is rage bait and it's fake, because
you do nothing?
Do nothing. I don't know any man with skin like that. And he's been doing nothing for years.
Let me see. So she's claiming that she has not washed her face. She has not moisturized her face. Nothing.
But she still be coming in her videos doing mascara. I'm like, how are you getting the mascara?
No, I don't think this is real.
Anyway, okay, you guys. So her name is Tia, I think.
Okay.
She is an Egyptian girl. She works in marketing. That's another red flag. She's unemployed.
Another red flag.
Yeah. So
more of a motive to go viral.
To rage bait for clout. Hello.
Yeah, well, for clout, but also to go viral and get that TikTok money.
I honestly only watched one of her videos. I didn't even deep dive because I can tell it's rage bait, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
She basically is on a skincare journey, and she says she's doing the caveman method, which is doing nothing. No washing, no products, no nothing. You do nothing. And her face is really dry and really, really flaky. It looks like a layer of dead skin just sitting on her face.
I feel like because all my videos are like this, maybe if I took a video from the side, you can see how my cheek is pretty much cleared up for the most part, aside from like this part. Ooh, I touched my skin and there's no clay, shocker. But essentially, this makes sense because my T-zone is the oiliest in the area where I picked my skin the most. So the buildup is going to be more intense there, and it's going to take more time for that.
The girl I used to be in 2017. Honestly, I hardly recognize.
And she's not doing anything, so it just looks.
I'm literally
gross.
Googling this because this is insane.
But
I've never heard of such a thing.
I saw it at first, and I was like,
cavemen had water. Can you like splash your face with water?
You can, but she's not.
But, oh my God, why?
So
why would we do this in 2025?
I never saw her. I didn't originally see her video. I saw other people commenting on it, or like, with stitches, whatever. So then I went and I found her, and I was like, wait a second, something.
What is her username? I keep seeing everybody else.
It's only just like stitches and stuff. Right?
Yeah.
Tia Zacher.
Okay, I see. Okay,
yeah.
There she is. There she is. Okay, 7.
What?
Ashley.
What? Yeah.
I think it's real.
No.
I think it's real.
That looks like a green. You know what that looks like to me? The Aztec clay mask mixed with some foundation that she put on her face. That's what that looks like to me.
No, but look at all that discoloration.
Yeah.
Like around. Like
I'm sure if you left a thin layer of that on your face, it would look like that.
It looks real to me.
I've been dealing with perioral dermatitis for almost a year now. And not that that's what she's dealing with, but you want to know what gets me? Other than the dead skin, there's no redness, no irritation, no pimples, nothing. And all of the places that I break out the worst, around my mouth, the crevices of my nose. A lot of people in the comments were saying when they get like eczema and like breakouts, like it affects their eyelids, all of the parts of your face that produce the most oil.
What's really weird is I'm getting like really dry skin in my ear. Like in my earlobes. Do you see? Like there's like little flakies.
Oh wow.
I don't know what's going on, but like
do you wear a shower cap when you get in the shower?
Yeah.
Maybe you're not like cleansing it properly because your ears are covered.
Oh.
Maybe just like when you wash your face, take extra time to cleanse.
Good idea. Yeah, like
it could just be like build up. You know?
Yeah, put some glycolic acid in there or something.
Makeup and hair product hits there, so it's like a lot of build up. It's probably just build up.
Okay, but I love that.
And when you exfoliate your face, you never go up there. Maybe next time you exfoliate there.
Okay, good idea. But she posted this 7-week update. Let's watch the 7-week update together.
Okay. When was that?
This was 5 hours ago.
I just find it so hard to believe that there's nothing around her mouth. But it also maybe because she's brushing her teeth and she's like washing there. I don't know. To me, it just doesn't make. No, she's not. She's not using water on her face.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, how do you not, like, you have to at least get water on your face.
Or like, even if you sleep on your pillow, how is like it not flaking off? Like, do you never even touch your face?
Well, maybe it is flaking off on her pillow.
But like, I don't know.
Okay, but here, let's look at some of the comments because this is my favorite part. Somebody said, first stop after the dermatologist should be the psychologist. The next one said,
and listen, I've done some crazy things.
Me too. Here's
some crazy things for my skin.
But no, if
this is real, I feel really bad because like that sucks. Like any skin issue sucks.
But like, what? We're in 2025. You don't need to do this, babe. Somebody said caveman method. Caveman died at like 20. So ... That's like, a good point. Caveman looked ugly
because of their lack of hygiene.
No, literally.
Like humans live longer because we discovered personal hygiene.
Okay, but somebody else says, I genuinely don't think it's a clay mask. I don't think it is too, Ashley. I don't know.
Okay, well, either way, she needs to go see a dermatologist.
Somebody said, rich people really have the time.
that crazy? Because if a poor person did this, it would be like, you're disgusting, you're gross.
No,
like,
literally, this is so crazy. Somebody said, wouldn't a chemical peel be more easy and quicker? 7 weeks is a long time. That is how I feel. I'm like, why are we doing this?
7 weeks of not washing your face, that's so gross.
That's literally disgusting.
And also, cavemen didn't have the pollutants in the air that we have. Like, it was clean ass air because it was cavemen times. There was no pollution. There was no industry.
That is also a good point. Actually, yeah, there's no chemicals.
No.
Well, I mean, obviously everything's a chemical. But you know what I'm saying?
The air probably did cure their skin because it was clean.
It was clean.
Yeah.
There's not
The only thing
Chinese manufacturing air.
Like, didn't cavemen discover fire? So like the cavemen before the fire weren't even have to deal with smoke in the air.
Cleanest air ever. Cavemen days. No, but for real, somebody said, guys, she has a video from 4-3 where you can see that it's slowly developing. I feel so bad. This is real. It's happening.
It's slowly developing because she ain't washing her face.
It's just like, what?
It just, but okay.
But she's still wearing mascara. That's what I don't understand.
For me, this is the thing. The thing for me is like, if that's real, yes, that probably is what your face looks like after 7 weeks of not washing it. But your skin clearly is not that bad for you to go to that extreme of a measure when there's no redness or irritation anywhere else. Like, you don't need to be doing that.
Here's her skin before in 2017.
If you don't just go get on Accutane, like, come on.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
that's nothing. That's nothing. A little doxycycline and Axone can't.
I guess
fix.
for me,
like,
I just don't understand. I don't understand because I'm just like, I had to go on Accutane because my skin looked like that. Like, I had really bad. I have hormonal issues. I had really bad hormonal breakouts. And every single time, if I think about a scar, it will scar. Okay. So the type of like skin I have, like my skin tone. So for me, I had to stop the acne and I went on Accutane at like 30 and it was the best decision I ever made.
Yeah.
Okay. It was the best decision. You don't need to be doing all this. Caveman lady. You don't need to be doing this. I know a really hot dermatologist that can fix this problem, okay?
Anyway,
no,
so
seriously.
the internet is up in
This is insane.
Yeah,
I'm actually upset.
Yeah, up in arms because what in the hell if you don't just go see a doctor?
Can you just go to the store and get some Cetaphil and wash your face? Wash the face.
Yeah.
No, this is actually pissing me off. I'm like angry.
You are the internet.
I'm actually irritated.
This is what honestly my video. I wasn't being mean or anything. I was just like, I don't think it's real because why are you not red or irritated?
We will
in the places
insert
that most
Ashley's
people get
video here.
Yeah, or we'll leave a link. You don't have to watch the whole thing.
No, we'll watch.
It ain't that deep.
You want that clickbait? She wants that. She wants those views.
Go give me a view. Go give me a view.
She's like, go watch the real video. We'll insert it too.
And everybody was like, you're feeding into the rage bait by making this video. I'm like, they're my views, babe. I don't care.
I know, which is why everybody's taking advantage.
Also, I don't
wash
care.
your face.
I also don't care if you're doing this all for clicks and views. I don't care. Get your bag, sis.
No, I really think she is.
Do what you gotta do.
But also,
why lie to the internet? Who gives? Like,
why would you?
I don't
be known for
care.
this? Why would
I
you
don't
lie
lie to the internet, but I don't blame anybody that does. Go, like, it's the internet. It's all entertainment. If you really are that deep into it and you're that upset about somebody lying, you're taking the internet.
Bruh, this is
Put
real.
Your phone down.
No,
put your phone down.
Look at this.
No, that's what everybody's saying. Everybody's saying that it's Scar Girl. All
Zoom in
over
on
again.
this.
That looks like a clay mask, girl.
While she's running a marathon?
Yeah, no, there's a video after the marathon and it looks like literally green like the mask. And it was getting a different shape every day. And there's still people in my comments on the video I made saying Scar Girl was real. And then she started making it dramatic. Yeah.
This is just wild to me. I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed. That's my conclusion. I'm irritated. I need you to wash your face. I need you to knock it off.
You're like, I believe you, it's real, but wash your face.
Just like that's nice.
Isn't there a whole book, girl, wash your face?
Like literally, well, that's a whole nother issue.
I know.
So
I actually
crazy.
read that. It was good.
I own it. I've never read it. Anyway, okay. Well, that was the most annoying. You're rage baiting me right now. Okay. I'm annoyed. Well, yeah. I'm irritated.
Like I said before, if you are that upset about somebody lying on the internet, put your phone down. Put your phone down.
Seriously. Okay. Well, that was a short and sweet scooper scoop.
No, I've got another.
Oh.
Okay. So this one, I'm going to present you with a scenario, and this scenario happened on a reality show, and I just want your take on it. Okay. So if your husband that you've been with for like 10 years, you have 2 kids together.
Okay.
He met a half sister later in life.
Okay.
Like in his 20s.
All right.
After he met you.
Okay.
Reconnected with a sibling. got a tattoo of her name on his arm. And then when you brought up that you thought it was weird,
Does he have any tattoos of me?
One very small one that's on his ring finger under his ring.
Okay. I feel like it's important context. Okay, go on.
Yes. But the tattoo of the sister's name is on his arm, very visible and like bigger in her handwriting.
Okay.
And you brought up that you thought it was weird and he should get a tattoo of your name.
Uh-huh.
And he got like weird and defensive.
Mm-hmm.
How would you feel?
I don't understand why he needs to tattoo her name on him with her handwriting. Is she an older sister?
No. They're about the same age.
Like, that's just kind of weird. Like, why? Why?
Okay,
Why? I get, what is wrong with people? Why?
So this
You're just
scenario
trying to make me
happened.
angry.
If you guys know,
Just trying to make me angry.
Vanderpump Rules. I'm rage baiting you today.
You're literally rage baiting me. You're firing me up.
Vanderpump Rules. Stassi Schroeder
Okay.
is married to her husband Beau.
Okay.
They're generally a very great couple, no problems. Vanderpump Villa is a new show on E!
Yes, I've
and
heard.
it's basically Lisa Vanderpump opened a place in the south of France, and people come and visit. And yeah, the show is about the staff that works there and all the guests. Stassi and her husband,
Like a real life White Lotus.
basically
Minus the murder.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah, but all the drama.
Yeah.
Stassi and her husband and their family come to visit, and they're the guests at the villa. And basically there's like a scene at the dinner table where the sister's there, and Stassi, yes, she's had a couple drinks, but she's basically like, isn't it, like, she brings it up, and it was like, I don't understand why you needed to get her tattoo. Like, they went to Italy to meet the sister, and then like they went and got a tattoo of her name on his
No, that's just,
arm.
it is weird. It's weird. Stassi's right.
Yeah. And then when she like she was clearly, also it was her birthday, Stassi's birthday. She was clearly upset about it. They like went inside to the bar to talk, and she's like, I don't think you're understanding that like it's weird that you got your sister who's still alive and you only just met as an adult, her name tattooed on you. Like, what was the point of that?
Yeah, no,
And he was
literally.
like, it was to bond us closer together. And it's like, you could have just like maybe zoomed more often.
That's just so weird.
Yeah. Also,
Are they like,
and
is
he
he
was like,
actively like trying to get to know her?
it just doesn't make sense. And then like at the table, they're talking about it, and he like clearly isn't taking the hint. And instead of being like diverting the conversation or doing anything, he's like, yeah, Gia's handwriting is so beautiful, isn't it? And like shows the tattoo.
Did he get the tattoo in Italy?
Yeah, like it's been a while.
And the girl is the half sister's also in Italy?
Well, they're Italian, so yeah, like the half sister like lived in Italy.
God, that's so weird.
I'm pretty sure I actually don't even know.
Yeah, did the sister get the tattoo of him? Because that, honestly, that would make more sense to me. If they
I don't
tattooed
think
each
so.
other's names, that makes more sense. But if he's just tattooing her name,
Let me look.
that's weird. Like, why? I mean, it is weird either way, but still, like, come on. Hi, Marlo.
Okay, so no, I don't think that she has a tattoo of his name. And basically, Stassi wasn't even saying like, no, you need to go get a tattoo of my name. She was just pointing out like, that's weird. Like,
It is weird. That's weird.
that's like,
I agree.
I think that like if you get a sibling's name tattooed on you, it's probably because like they're deceased.
dead.
They're
I think the only
deceased.
people, like the only...
Or like I know like me and my cousin Bianca have matching tattoos, but like they're matching. Like we got them
That's
together.
cute. Yes. That if you're getting like tattoos, even if they got each other's names at the same time,
Or like
that
some
makes
kind
more
of
sense to me than
I
just
would
getting
say,
her
or
name.
like matching tattoos, like some kind of symbol that represents your family. Like,
But again, even if they're each other's names, that's less weird to me than just him getting her name.
yeah,
It's just weird. Why? What was his explanation?
to bond them closer
That's
together.
no. You're just a weirdo. That's weird.
And then he like just wasn't understanding like why Stassi was getting mad and like trying to. He was like, you need to. This is actually my favorite part. He was like, you need to really realize like how you're speaking to me right now. And she goes, no.
That's giving
my
Carlene energy.
Yeah.
No.
It was actually really good.
Or what's her name?
And he goes, and she goes, you know why? She was like, because she said something like, you knew you could do it because you know I'm sticking around. Like, you know, I'm not going anywhere because I am a safe space for you. Do you want me to make you feel unsafe?
What is up with all these people? And
But also, like, you need to realize Stassi Schroeder is the same girl that said on Vanderpump Rules season 1, I am the devil and don't you forget it.
Oh, I see.
Hello. Stamped. She's a bad bitch. Always been a bad bitch.
I mean, Vanderpump in general is just
Oh,
crazy.
it's toxic as hell.
It's so toxic.
But
so, like, I'm not really surprised that some weird ass behavior
but
is
honestly,
coming from
it's like Stassi and Bo have been so unproblematic for their entire relationship that I'm glad to see some tea. It's really weird, but totally a red flag. Like Bo was like the biggest green flag of a man that Vanderpump anything has ever seen. So this is really weird.
Weird take. Maybe he was high
when he got the tattoo.
Yeah.
But he wouldn't be defending it so hard.
Well, maybe he feels stupid. Now he has it. You can't get rid of it.
If your wife's mad about it, just let her be mad about it and don't make it worse.
That's true.
Like, that's your wife. Like, that's the mother of your children.
I don't know. That's weird. It's weird.
It's weird.
The whole thing's weird.
It's weird.
Anyway.
I want to know out there, do any of you guys have a tattoo of your sibling or somebody in your family's names that is alive?
That's alive.
Because that's weird to me. Why am I going to just... Imagine I just got
that's weird.
Raymond tattooed on my arm.
Or I got Susan. So
wait, I will say Meech has both of his siblings' names tattooed on him, but he got them when he was really young.
But that's both of them.
And both of them.
And again,
and he's known them their entire lives, didn't just meet them in his 20s.
And I wonder if his siblings have any of him.
Neither of them, no.
But do they have any tattoos?
Well, him and his little brother have matching tattoos.
I guess for me, I just don't really understand
but also, like,
thing.
Meech is a tattoo guy. He'll get a tattoo.
Exactly. Like
he literally just got a full head tattoo.
I don't... What?
Yeah, it's so hot. I love it.
Right before your wedding?
For the wedding.
Oh my God, this is more controversial to me than anything else in this
I love tattoos.
episode.
They hurt, so I don't get them.
I want to see what it looks like.
Yeah.
What if it's ugly?
No, it's not. It's beautiful.
Are you sure?
Rebecca.
I'm scared.
It's fire. Yeah.
Okay, I'm scared. All that to say.
You want to see Meech's head tattoo?
I do want to see it.
Good.
We're going to insert a photo because apparently Meech got a head tattoo.
But Meech is covered in tattoos and I live for it.
I guess I never see his head. So or his tattoos. So
you've never seen his head? He's bald. Yes, you have.
Oh, that is pretty.
Yeah, sick head tattoo, babe.
It's pretty, but okay.
He works for himself.
I know. I'm like, okay.
He already pulled me, so that's done.
I mean, yeah. I guess for me,
I love tattoos.
I don't really like tattoos that much.
Yeah.
So I, think
I love
them.
I love them on.
I think it's like hot on certain people, but I'm like also like,
if it didn't fucking hurt so bad, I'd probably have more. But I do love them on other people.
No, I pass out with needles, so Lord knows.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not getting one, but just in general, I think for me, I'm not a tattoo person. So I don't understand like the whole tattoo culture is the best way to describe it. I don't understand like, oh, let's go to tattoo. Like I just don't get it.
Yeah, I don't really understand that either, but it's his thing.
Yeah. I'm not marrying him. So that's all that matters. Exactly. But no, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It looks like it hurt.
But yeah, no, like if Meech went and had a half sister he didn't know about and met her this year,
no, that's just weird.
And then and got her name tattooed and not my name. I'd be like, what in the? Are you trying to fuck your half sister? Like
yeah, I get
that. As crazy as that sounds, it's giving. I'm trying to fuck my sister.
No, literally, I get the sentiment. Like it was a nice gesture, but like maybe not.
You could have just like maybe like. Went on a.
This could have been a letter. It could have been an email.
It could have been a Zoom.
It could have been a Zoom call. Could have been a Google Meets.
Could have been anything else.
Literally anything other than that. Could have been a card. Mail.
Could have been a card. Could have like you could have threw me a birthday party and
literally
of all
anything.
That.
It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Team Stassi on this one.
I am Team Stassi on this one.
Yeah.
And I don't really know much about Stassi, but
Stassi, you would love Stassi.
I mean, is she like Lala?
No.
Lala's just crazy.
I'm not a Lala girl.
I do like Lala because she's crazy.
You gotta listen. You can't form these opinions unless you watch every season.
Okay,
of
that's true. That's true. That's true. That's true.
I'm a VPR girl.
Let me.
I've seen every single episode.
On a day that is like way too hot, we'll have to do a Vanderpump Rules marathon in here. Like just blast the
There's
AC.
11 seasons. I don't think we're
okay. I know. Okay. I'm saying
no. We would have to do. I would have to map it out. Like you have to see these. We don't have to watch every episode.
Okay.
But we need to watch these episodes for you to get the full picture.
Okay.
And then
if you do that, I will do it.
Like you need to watch the "It's Not About the Pasta" episode.
Yeah. See, I don't know.
James, your BFF.
It's not about the pasta.
No, you guys. Carlene.
I went on a whole ass cruise with James Kennedy, and
Carlene
I had no idea
met
who he was.
James Kennedy on a cruise, and
it was crazy.
Made it his mission to befriend her because she was the only person that didn't know who the he was.
No, literally. And then like finally when I decided I wanted to be his friend, then he didn't want to be my friend.
Yeah, he just wanted you to know who he was.
Yeah, literally. He was like, hi, I'm James. I was like, oh, hi, I'm Carlene. Like, didn't care.
And I know for a fact you were like, James, what do you do for work? And he was like,
no, literally. I literally did ask
it's
that.
It's not about the pasta.
No, literally. I had no idea who he was. And I spent a whole ass cruise on it with Allie too. Allie is so sweet. Yeah, I DM'd her actually. I DM'd her the other day about that.
Oh,
yeah. I was like, hey girl, like
James, hope you're doing well. Allie, hope you're doing well.
Yeah, seriously.
We'll pray for you.
That's crazy.
Oof. But no, you got to watch. Yeah.
Okay.
Once you come out the other end, you're going to realize Lala is you're going to be Team Stassi.
Okay, fair.
Not that they are feuding anymore, but they definitely were for a while.
So it is like a Stassi versus Lala.
For a little bit. Not now, but.
Okay.
Because now I'm pretty sure like their daughters hang out with each other and stuff. Like their kids like.
I mean, at a certain point, you got to let it go.
And I think
not every woman does.
And I think when you have children is probably the perfect time to do that.
Yeah, exactly. Just like let it go. It's
like when you have daughters looking up to you.
It's really not that serious. Like we come into this world alone.
Especially when it was like probably all
like, chill
not
out.
all like obviously it's real, but it's like the producers egged a lot of that shit on. You know,
a lot of it
like
is
you were
producers
making a TV show.
Oh wait, I want to talk about something though, real quick.
What?
My current obsession: Love After Lockup. Speaking of producers, like literally doing the most.
Wait, Love After. I don't think I've ever seen this show.
I thought you said that you have seen it. If you guys have not seen,
no. Wait, this is like when they get out of prison.
Okay,
and,
so there's there's 3 different ones. There's Love During Lockup or something like that, which is where they like documents them visiting their prisoners in jail and all of that, right?
Okay.
Or prison. And then there's Love After Lockup, and then there's Life After Lockup.
Once they actually, like
later, because they like wanted to follow up on certain people. You guys, this is the craziest show. It's the craziest show, and it's like so addicting to the point where like David's like working on the garage, like making sure certain things are getting done around the house. He'll literally pause, grab a snack, and sit down and watch a whole episode.
You know it's a good show when the guys sit down.
Yeah, no, it is. And he's like, I thought that was the other one. I was like, no, she just did this. It's like crazy. There's baby mama drama. There's multiple people that are married to each other. But like, God. No, like there's this one guy, Michael and Sarah. They're married. They have a second child, but he also has multiple girlfriends. And then like the multiple girlfriends meet Sarah and they're always popping off. And then she finally got a boyfriend. He didn't like it. Like it's crazy. There's another one where Shane and Lacey and John, and it's basically like her first love, John. Lacey's first love, and she's known him for like ever and ever and ever. John, actually, I guess it was probably her second love because she already had 2 children. There's always all these children. Why do everybody have children? This is what I'm saying. Trump's over here about to pay them $5,000 to have more of these children. Okay, but there's all of these like just weird ass situations going on any given episode. Like there's probably like, I'm not even kidding, 15 different couples that I've seen so far. And every single one is just absolutely insane. Like insane. And in like different ways too. Like one is like a more hillbilly situation. One is like really hood. One was like grew up in Compton, was a Crip. And like married a white girl in Vegas. Like I'm so serious. It's like craziest stuff.
Where does it take place? Or is it like
oh my God. One of them is the guy actually, his name I think is Lamar. And he grew up in Compton as well. I think he was also in a gang. He was in prison for like 25 years or something like that. He's married. And now his wife, who's also black, is now Mormon and trying to get him to join the Mormon church and live in Utah. It's just like literally insane. The whole thing, every single person's episode, like it's just crazy. It's crazy. Coco, you've been watching it with me. What do you think? She's not having it. But yeah, love during lockup, whatever during lockup, the lockup show. It's too much, but you have to watch it.
What channel is it on?
It's on which is like, I don't even know what that is. I don't know.
Women's entertainment.
Is it? Oh, well, it's entertaining. So anyway, just a little tidbit. I need you to watch it because you will become addicted to it.
I will report back.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
Back.
I'm
we'll,
sure.
We'll report back in season 2 of our, because it has like so many different seasons. And the only thing is I don't know.
I love a good binge.
Yeah, I don't know how to binge actually. I wish I could.
Don't worry, you guys. On this break from the podcast, I will introduce her to Keke Palmer. She'll be very well versed in the Keke verse.
We'll see.
You're gonna love her.
Watch me like see her next week at an event.
No, look what happened with Rachel on episode 1.
Literally. Oh.
If you get to meet Keke Palmer without me, I'm gonna die.
I'd be like, yeah, I don't know who this person is. You would be like, bitch, I'm gonna kill you.
You literally be like, oh wait, are you the Keke everybody's telling me about?
Oh, you're Keke Palmer.
Oh my God, you're Keke Palmer.
Oh my God.
Did you know Ashanti's dead?
Stop. I'm
oh
never
my God, knock on fucking wood. Let's
never gonna live it down. I'm never gonna live it down.
Yeah, no, I take it back. Okay. Don't make Keke faint.
I think it's time, you guys. Oh wait. SUPERSCOOP.
Yeah, that was the super scoop. Okay, let's do Ask Ashley and Carlene.
We have a good question today. I feel like it's good because this actually kind of happened to me and I had a way to alleviate it. So I'm excited for this one.
Okay, the question is, how did you pick your bridal party? And the follow-up contextual information is, my future sister and her husband and 2 kids want to be in our wedding. That's 4 people. Jesus.
That's a lot of
My
people.
future sister and her husband and 2 kids want to be in our wedding, and we don't. She is his sister. She is being annoying about it, but like, I don't want to add her because they are very negative, especially because we are doing a destination wedding and they keep crying poverty. Okay, first off, let's answer this question real quick. Don't do it.
Yeah, don't do it.
Don't do it.
If you're already irritated, like you're just gonna get more irritated throughout the process.
Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna ask her a follow-up question. I hope she can answer because I want to know like who is in her bridal party.
Okay, and I will also say it like you see, we're a month out from Ashley's wedding and she's losing it on her uncle and her mom about suits and bedazzled shoes,
dress codes,
like if they're already
not reading my wedding website,
if they're already
not
complaining
RSVPing,
and you haven't even invited them to be a part of the bridal party yet, like
the only people you want in your bridal party are people that are going to make your life easier.
Yeah, I mean, even like I guess I didn't make it super clear that I wasn't paying for the entire like Airbnb or whatever, and I remember one of my bridesmaids who or sorry, not one of my bridesmaids, one of the girls that came with us to my bachelorette, like was like, oh my gosh, thank you by the way so much for like, and I was like, you're paying for this, what are you talking about?
Okay, but I will say,
but I didn't make it super clear.
You were really bad at communicating that. Like you planned your whole bachelorette and you should have been like, hey, this is the Airbnb. This is how much it is per person. Like, you said that up front.
I should have done that. I thought I had made it clear, but I could have made it more clear. I guess.
Like that's very, like you got to.
Everybody else knew that they were paying for it, so I guess like
well, I guess that's if it was just one person that didn't understand, then maybe it wasn't you. Maybe she just didn't get it.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know either.
But in terms of like,
she's like very budget conscious too.
But you know how many people have asked me that? Like, oh, are you paying for all your guests to go to Italy?
Like,
who
no.
the fuck do you think I am? Who the like
you're motherfucking super Ashley.
You think I got money to pay for all these flights? And
you guys, I need her to move over in my neighborhood before she pays for everybody to go to Italy. Okay,
I would never pay for. No, but that's part of the
down payment.
Listen, I'm gonna be real. Part of the reason you have a destination wedding is like, okay, if people really care enough about us to
then they're gonna
come to our wedding, they will make the financial investment to come to our wedding.
Yeah, that's so
and
true.
That's not like
you expect,
and
less
that's not.
gifts.
And listen, there are people that can't afford it, and we know they love us.
Yeah,
and we're not upset about them not being able to afford it. But like,
I will say, I was only upset.
I also can't afford it to get you there. So
I was more upset when people told me they were going to go and then would back out or not communicate.
And I much rather you just be like, I can't afford it, and I'm making that call now.
Let me telling you I'm coming the wedding.
Instead of telling you I'm coming, and then I realize I can't afford it,
and then you like make a big huge drama about it. But
I think just you got to make the call.
If they are already complaining though about this, then it's just going to get worse because weddings are expensive. And if it's a destination wedding, guess what? They're going to have to pay for the food. They're going to have to pay for the outfits. They're going to have to pay for the drinks. They're going to have to pay for their kids.
It's not okay. Listen, I'll say this: it's not just the sister-in-law. She wants the sister and her husband and their 2 kids in the wedding.
No. The answer is no.
First of all, if y'all are crying poverty, how are you getting all 4 of you there? To begin with?
There were certain people that I wanted to be in my wedding party, but like to be honest, David didn't have close enough friends to like also like
match
the. And I think I do think
it's a compromise.
Bridal party that is even is nice. Obviously, like I think it just looks better, but in like photos and stuff. So with that being said, though, I was like, okay, well, I'm not going to ask so and so. You know, it is what it is.
You're like, okay,
serious.
David had this many groomsmen, so this is how many bridesmaids.
Yeah, so I asked my best friends.
Yeah, and like David's sisters weren't in it.
Oh, okay, so I was in my sister-in-law's wedding, and so was my sister-in-law. So there's 3 of us, right? Julie, Whitney, and me. So me and Julie were in Whitney's wedding, which is David's brother's
wedding. Yeah, as bridesmaids. Yeah.
So we were bridesmaids, and I was like, gosh, I feel like I almost felt like low-key obligated to have them be part of my wedding. But at the same time, just what I told you, I didn't have we didn't have enough people. So what I did instead was I was like, look, I'm not going to have you be a part of the bridal party, but like you kind of are, but you kind of aren't.
Like you're invited to the bridal shower and the batch, and like you're doing all the things.
Yeah, so I included them in all the things. But then on the day of, what I did is my mom and my mother-in-law And then also Whitney, my niece that flew up from Jamaica, my sister from Jamaica that also flew in, and then Julie, David's brother, they all wore, oh my God, Julie, David's sister, they all wore the same like sage green, birdie gray dresses. And they all got ready with us. So like they were in the bridal suite.
Like
so
they
basically were bridal parties. They just didn't walk down the aisle.
They weren't bridesmaids, but they were part of the bridal party.
Correct. I got them all of the same exact like pajamas, matching pajamas from Show Me Your Moo Moo.
Like they weren't excluded at all.
Correct. I included them in everything.
And
it was
that's
just
the thing. You don't have to be officially like
exactly
walk down with your partner. Like
it was just they weren't in the wedding party.
Be so involved in the wedding without being a bridesmaid.
I almost think it was probably like nicer for them.
Yeah, less stress.
It's less
especially
stress.
If she's going to be there with 2 kids.
Yeah, she was there with 2 kids. So Whitney was freshly postpartum. So it makes sense to not be a part of the bridal party, but also like it's your choice. It's your wedding. At the end of the day,
the question, how did you pick your bridal party? I picked all of my best friends.
Yeah, my best friends.
Yeah,
and David's
all of the
too.
people
David's
I've
best
always
friends.
wanted to be my bridesmaids since before I met Meech, low key.
Except for me, I was a last minute add on, but that's okay.
And Rebecca.
Yeah, we're afterthoughts. It's fine. But I'm just kidding. I'm gonna send her over the edge.
But listen, that's
now I'm trolling her.
But listen, that's because 2 of my best friends for years, they can't make it to the wedding. I'm not upset with them at all.
Yeah.
And I am blessed enough to have 2 wonderful women that I could call upon. And they were there.
No, but I mean, it makes sense. Like you ask the people that, okay, think about it this way. When I look at my wedding photos 20 years from now.
Not even the wedding photos. Listen, dog.
Your wedding
At the end of the day,
it's your memories.
It's your wedding. It's
your wedding.
And it's about you. Honestly, stop giving a about who you offend.
I literally offended so many people and I just don't care.
But if they're that offended, they're being selfish because it's your day. And literally,
last time I checked, are they paying for it or are you?
And anybody, like anybody that's anybody knows, like a wedding day is the biggest day of your life. It should be everything that you want. And if they're putting any kind of pressure on you to do anything other than what you want on your day, they don't deserve it.
I remember there's a girl that I used to be close with. And what's funny is that she came to my bridal shower. She was one of the last minute people that like backed out. And I don't talk to her anymore. Like anybody that did that, I was like, okay, you too. Except for one of them. One of them I like followed up with. I was like, I just want to make sure you're okay. But what's funny is that she was kind of like the sister-in-law, and she was like, "Oh my God, I can't wait till you guys get married so I can be in your bridal party."
Anybody that is,
and I'm like, you're instantly
not
going to be in the bridal party.
No, anybody that assumes they're in your bridal party ever,
you're not.
Red flag. Red flag.
It's a red flag.
You have to wait to be asked. You have to wait to be asked.
Yeah. I just think it's weird,
and I don't think people should be offended if they're not too. Like, it doesn't mean you're not important.
Honestly, it means it's less work.
The only and in terms of like including your partner's family, that's a very like case by case basis. Like, how close are you?
I feel like most family isn't included.
It really depends. Well, it really depends. Like, how close are you with that sister?
Well, there's that, but also I just feel like at the same time, like a lot of the family is like it's a separate thing. It's kind of like what I did. It's like a separate thing.
Yeah, like my brother's not.
Bridal party's the bridal party.
Yeah, like Meech's sister is not a bridesmaid.
I don't know.
My brother is not a groomsman.
The answer is no.
But they're like, my brother's walking me down the aisle. He couldn't be a groomsman.
There you go. See? But the answer is no. No.
Yeah,
just tell her no. Or
just say no. And if they have a problem with it, tell your husband to deal with it. It's his family.
Yeah, we all know how that worked out with me. Oh my God.
No, honestly, no. At the end of the day, it's your day. Do what you want. Don't worry about anybody else's opinion. They'll get over it. That's your family now, so they'll get over it.
And if they don't get over it,
oh well.
Whatever.
Stay mad, I guess.
Let them. Isn't that the theory? Let them.
Yeah.
Let them waste their energy on it.
And wait, I want to read the thing again. She said they're being annoying about it. Hold on. She's being annoying about it, but like I don't want to add her because they are very negative. Listen, you don't need anybody that's negative in your bridal party. Just be like,
my bridal party was literally dripping sweat.
Okay, listen.
The AC didn't work and they were steaming dresses. Okay, like you just can't.
You need ride or dies.
You need ride or dies.
No. Okay, so it's really easy to say just let them or like don't. But let's try to come up with like a what should she say.
I feel like her sister-in-law is a Tiffany.
Who's a Tiffany?
Like, it just feels like Tiffany.
Tiffany vibes.
Yeah,
sorry to any Tiffany's out there, but yeah.
Not the Tiffany I know, but just
no. Just like the name Tiff. It's giving.
Yeah, it's giving
Tiffany's
Tiffany.
right there with like you hear the name Karen, you have Tiffany's a name like that.
Tiffany's up there. So I just feel like...
So sorry to all the Tiffany's out there.
Hey, Tiffany. I know you're...
Hey, Tiffany.
Hey, Tiffany. I know that you are really wanting to be a part of the bridal party. I get it. I'm really happy that you are so excited to be there on our special day and be a part of it. Unfortunately, I just think it's best that we stick to the bridal party that we already have because of XYZ reasons. I don't know, Ashley. I'm losing it. You're losing it.
No, I think you should say, I'm so excited. It makes me really happy.
Like sandwich it.
It makes me really happy to know that you're just as excited about our wedding as we are. Unfortunately, we've already picked our bridal party.
There you go. Bam.
And we've decided that as important as family is to us, we're keeping our bridal party family free. You guys are still a big, crucial part of our special day. And we love and appreciate all of the effort and money that you're putting into making our day special.
And to be there.
You're no less included or like no less important to us just because you're not part of the bridal party, but it's already been decided and that's what it is basically.
Yeah. No, it's already been decided and we're so excited for you to join us.
Yeah.
Boom. Done.
Yep.
And it is what it is.
And I would say, listen,
what I'm saying when
I would play it by ear. If she's still being annoying, don't do this. But if she takes this well, then be like, I still want you to, come and get ready with us in the bridal
there is
suite.
that option.
And and I'm assuming she wants the kids to be like ring bearer, flower girl, and just be like, we're not doing that.
Yeah, you could also say we're not doing that. There's a lot of things I didn't do.
Yeah.
So
we're having a ring bearer and a flower girl because
we did have a flower girl.
2 children that age coming to the wedding, so we're like, might as well.
Yeah, we did not have a ring bearer. We did have a flower girl. I mean, hello, David's dad was the officiant last minute.
Yeah,
like it is what it's just one day. At the end of the day, it's just one day.
But you do want to make sure that you're setting yourself up for
success.
As good of a day
because
as it
I will
be.
say,
and if you already know she's going to be negative, just don't even go there.
The day goes by really, really fast.
Yeah.
And I really wish that I was less stressed out on the day looking back. Like, so it's just like, it just goes by so fast. So you don't need extra stress for no reason.
It's going to be, it's
you just black
day.
out and kind of forget like the whole day.
Mm-hmm.
And it does really go by that quickly. So,
and you don't want any of those memories that you like after the fact to be negative. So
yeah,
just eliminate any possibility of that as best as you can.
Woo!
That was a doozy.
That was a doozy. Y'all, we don't have a bitch and a bow today.
It's okay.
It is what it is.
We're being positive today.
We're being positive today.
No more bitches, no more bows.
Yeah.
Actually, always bows, just no more. Boop. Yep.
We're going to have a bitch-free summer.
Bitch-free summer.
Yeah.
But this was fun. Thank you for hanging with us through season 1. This has been the best.
It's been so fun.
I love being a podcaster.
It's like so weird to like think that we're on episode 7.
I know. When we first started this, I was like, we'll be lucky if we get 2 episodes out.
Literally.
And now I'm like, oh, like we.
And so you know what? I'm not gonna lie.
Again in 2 weeks.
Behind the scenes, I'm like, it is a little chaotic because sometimes I do forget that we have to like review
on this couch recording, we're good.
Yeah, but everything else. So I think that's what we just have to kind of
figure out all the other shit. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean that's just me and my life in general.
Literally.
So
everybody that asks me any questions, I'm like, ask me June 5th.
I was gonna say, and you're getting married, so it's just like a lot.
And June 5th is Rebecca's birthday, so ask me on Rebecca's birthday.
Oh, Rebecca, we're gonna celebrate your birthday
any
in
other
Italy.
Questions unless they're wedding related until Rebecca's birthday. But I planned this perfectly because you're all gonna be too hungover to ask me any questions. June 5th.
Did you reach out to Party Patch?
Yeah, they didn't answer me.
Well, I will get you the
do a bridesmaid thing. Get me some party patches for this wedding.
I'll work on that. That'll be my one contribution.
Yes,
I'll try. Anyway, we will keep you guys posted on social media. We'll try and get more involved over there. And
we love you so much.
We love you so much.
Make sure you follow us over on Instagram, the Drama Dose.
Do all the things. Honestly, follow us on YouTube too, because we'll post all the shorts on YouTube, TikTok. Whenever maybe we should do more voiceovers. We need to start saving more sounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're funny.
We are funny.
As you can see.
But like,
we made a whole
we're like,
podcast of it.
like people say that they're funny, but they're not actually funny.
No, but
we're like actually funny.
I feel like we don't say we're funny enough for how funny we are.
Yeah,
actually.
I agree.
We should say we're funny more.
No, because then we wouldn't be. No, because then we wouldn't be funny.
We wouldn't live up to the hype.
Yeah, then we wouldn't be funny. We want, I want to give low expectations and then
high rewards.
High outperform.
Yep.
Anyway, we love you guys. Thank you for.
I'll see you when I'm married.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Next time you see me, I'll be Ashley Golden.
Ooh. I still haven't changed my name.
Why do you think I kept him around?
You better not change your name.
Yeah. What?
The whole Trump administration is trying to change that too. I'll tell you offline.
Oh, I know. I ain't trying to be a Lopez. I'd rather be tied to him than my father.
Okay, fair. Oh my God. All right, y'all. We
love
will see you guys
see you
in
after
the fall.
the summer. Bye.
Bye.